Hey guys, I'm Jacqueline.
And I'm Marcella.
And we just got back from the movies. We just saw Solo, a Star Wars story. And
okay, so we had mixed thoughts. I think that we're honestly still processing it.
We enjoyed it. I think we definitely went into the theater with super low expectations because we weren't too sure how we felt about the actor playing Han Solo, and we weren't sure what we really thought about this, honestly. Like, we went in with low expectations, and I think we were pleasantly surprised. Like, I definitely enjoyed it more than I was anticipating.
I thought it was gonna be worse than it was, honestly.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was as bad as people are making it out to be. I didn't think it was, like, terrible, like, in that way. I mean, was it amazing? No.
Yeah,
but I thought that it was enjoyable. I mean, there are obviously things that I had problems with, but I didn't think that I was pleasantly surprised. Yeah.
Yeah, I really did enjoy the movie. I did. There was, of course, some things that we're going to talk about in the spoiler section, but overall, I mean, I thought it was a good movie. It wasn't my favorite Star Wars movie, obviously. Like, I think that there was things that they could have done differently, maybe, but I did enjoy it. There was certain twists in it that we did not see coming. We enjoyed the cast, except him at some points.
Yeah.
Like, it was off and on for us.
It was
kind of
off
up and
on
down.
with him. It's like, sometimes I really felt it, and I was like, yes, like, good job. And then other times it was like, oh, like,
yeah, it went back and forth for me.
It really did go back and forth with him, it did. But I loved his relationship with Chewbacca. That was really one of my favorite things of the movie. And I love Lando. I think Lando did a great job.
Those were the best. Those are my favorite parts of the movie, yeah, definitely.
I liked Emilia Clarke. I think I liked Lando's character better.
Yeah, it was good. Like, I thought Beckett was a great character, Kira was a good character, but I think the best ones were Chewbacca and Lando. I think those were the most exciting ones. There was moments that were actually, like, nostalgic. Like, they did a really good job. Like, Ron Howard did a fantastic job directing it. Like, there were moments that really, like, got you, like, oh my god, like, so exciting, and the music was really good. Like, I would say this is a really fun movie. Like, it's not dark at all. Like, it's very... The writing was good.
There's no weight to it in that way.
Yeah, like, I thought it was a well-written story. I don't really want to say too much about the plot, but I thought the plot, like, the pacing was good, I would say. It was...
I mean, there were some points, though, where I was confused, honestly, with the plot.
Yeah.
On what was, like...
going on.
Yeah. I don't know if I was confused about what was going on, or if I was just confused about, like... I don't know. I was just like, or if I just kind of lost interest throughout the movie. I think that might have had something to do with it, because the plot wasn't, like, hard to understand or anything. It wasn't that complicated. I think I just some parts just, like, lost my interest a little bit.
Rating wise, I would give it like a B. I thought it was good.
I think I would go more B-.
Yes. Rating wise, from 1 to 10, I would give it like 6.57.
Okay, so now we're gonna go into some spoilers. So if you did not see the movie and you did not want to be spoiled, then you have to go away. If you don't care about spoilers, then feel free to keep watching. I thought Alden Ehrenreich did a better job than I thought he would, honestly. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt.
He did.
I did honestly.
It's a hard shoes to fill. It's very hard.
It is. Yeah. I think, like, maybe, like, 75% of the time, I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Right?
Yeah.
There was some moments where I really felt like he was Han Solo and he was doing a great job, and then there was other moments where I'm like, eh. I mean, in the beginning, I had a hard time getting into it in the beginning. It was only until, I think, him meeting Chewbacca for me was really where I started to enjoy him as Han Solo, and I got excited, and that, like, excitement of a Star Wars movie, like, kind of, like, hit me a little bit when he met up with Chewbacca, and I like that scene when he meets Chewbacca, and Chewbacca's all covered in dirt, and they're, like, rolling around, and he's like, I'm gonna get us both out of here, and they kind of, like, pretend to, like, he pretends to hit him.
That was one of my favorite parts of the movie. At that point, it really did feel like a Star Wars movie.
It was like, okay, we got Chewie. Like,
I felt him as being Han Solo in that scene. Like, in the beginning, we had more of, you know, introducing him, and I like that we got the dice. Like, there was so much about the dice, and I got so excited because I'm like, oh my god, The Last Jedi, like, the ending of The Last Jedi. So I was really excited about the dice. I loved having Lando with them too. Like, the three of them was really fun.
I also I like how when he met Chewbacca initially, they really weren't like Chewbacca was like supposed to eat him.
I know, it was like, oh, feed him to the beast. And, yeah.
So to see them grow and become friends and work together, I really enjoyed that.
I liked having like the subtitles of the Wookiee language. I thought that was really cool. Like that was a fun.
That was the reason why he didn't kill him.
Exactly. He was able to communicate with him, and I love that you got to see that friendship really like blossom. And you know, in the beginning, he's like, "Trust me, like we're going," and it was really nice. And then of course, like they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go our own ways and everything." And
well, Chewie does split, but then he does come back to him, and
yeah, he came back.
I like that the Wookiees were kind of leaving, and they're like, "Come on," and Chewie like tells them to go, and it's like, "Oh, Chewie, you picked Han, like thank you."
It was really,
like, moments like that. It was really
nice.
Exciting. Yeah,
like there was some nostalgia. Like it was really like exciting seeing them meet, and then seeing the Falcon.
Seeing the Falcon. I love the scene when I like the scene with Lando, when he meets Lando though, and he gets the ship, he borrows the ship from Lando or whatever.
He cheated.
And he like finds out that he cheated, at the end. That was good.
Yeah, it was good to see that relationship as well, because I really loved Lando. Lando was fantastic. I actually wish that he had a little bit more scenes. Like, he was really, really, like, a good part of the story, I think.
Yeah. I love when we get the first scene in the Millennium Falcon, and we see, like, the game, and Chewie's, like, playing it, and he gets all angry. I really love that. Basically, I love everything with Chewbacca.
I know.
But I thought that even with, like, Han flying the ship, I thought that was pretty good. I thought that those scenes were really good with him flying. Yeah, it was. I thought that he did really well with those scenes, with the fight scenes, flying the ship and all of that.
Yeah, like I really like the scene in the beginning when we first get on the Falcon. Lando goes and sits because, you know, it's his ship. It's his ship still, you know, he wanted it and everything. And Han sits in the back and he just like watches, like he like admires him almost. Like the look on his face was really good there when he goes into hyperspeed and he's just like watching him, and you know, he wants to be that, like he wants this to be his ship, and I really love seeing that evolve. And
he gets attached to it.
He gets attached to it.
It belongs with me.
Exactly. Like I loved his relationship as like with not only the characters but with the Falcon. Like it was so good. Like I loved all the scenes on the ship, and it was really nice to be on there.
I love how towards the end, or I guess it was toward like the middle-ish, when he was like, "Oh, I need a co-pilot," and then Kira came and sat next to him, and Chewie's watching, and we initially we had whispered to each other, we're like, "Oh, like when she dies," because we had originally thought that she was gonna die in this movie. We were like, "Oh, when she dies, it's gonna be this giant dramatic moment of Chewie going and sitting up there with him."
No, I was happy that they didn't drag that out at all. Like Han starts asking her, like, "Oh, do this and this and this," and she's just like, "What?" Like I don't know how to do this.
Chewie just starts doing it, and it's like, "Oh, Chewie, Chewie's his co-pilot."
Yeah, and then he's like, "You're 190 years old. You look great." Like I love that line. Like the lines were really good.
It's just sometimes his delivery of them just wasn't all there for me. I think that was really what it is, and I think that the charisma wasn't always there. Like at some points it was, and then other times it felt like lacking to me.
Exactly.
And it's like almost like he was trying to be charismatic at times, and it like didn't follow. Like it didn't like go. It didn't just didn't work. Like I don't know.
I mean, his relationship with Kira was definitely interesting. Like, you know, obviously you guys know we love Emilia Clarke because she's great. Like we watch Game of Thrones and everything, but she was a really she had a really good character. And I really like that in this movie you got to see Han, like his emotional relationship with her, kind of, even though at the end it wasn't that emotional. Like it seemed like it was going that way, and then he didn't really like express it to the extent that it was like I thought it was going to be. Like he didn't seem surprised when she left at the end, and I expected more of like a heartbreaking
I thought
scene
that was kind of random, honestly. It was interesting for her character to go that way because I didn't expect it, but at the same time it was kind of random, and like it didn't lead up to that. I thought
she was gonna die. We were waiting for her death,
and then she just betrays him. But it was strange though in that way, because he didn't like seem surprised. I don't even know if he realized it. Like no, it was almost like, I don't know, like it felt weird.
Yeah, like I did that. Like his emotional attachment to her was so strong. Like, you know, like this is somebody that he hasn't seen in 3 years, and he was planning on going to find her and be with her, and he really cared about her, that I expected something at the end with them. I mean, I liked the last scene with them. I thought it was good how she was like, go to Chewbacca. Like, I liked that.
Oh, it felt like a goodbye scene, yeah.
It did. And she's like, oh yeah, I'll be right behind you. It was kind of like, okay, she's gonna die now. And then it was like she didn't die. But the ending with Darth Maul, we were shocked in the theater.
We have heard that he's in the Clone Wars. We haven't finished the Clone Wars, so we don't know the details. So please don't tell us the details.
We're gonna go back to it. So yeah, don't tell us the details. We do know that he's in it obviously now because of this. So it was really exciting to see. Like in the theater, like I like shot up out of my seat. I was like, whoa, I did not see that coming. I thought it was gonna be Palpatine that she was talking to, or Darth Vader.
Wish it was more explained though. It just felt so random. Like she was like so in with Han Solo, and like she killed that guy. I don't remember his name, and then it was just kind of random. It's like, oh nope, I'm gonna go work with him. Like, I don't know.
Like I wanted a little bit more explanation for her character, and I hope that we get that in some way. Because I said to myself, I'm like, maybe
they set this up 100% for a sequel.
Exactly. Like it didn't feel like an ending,
especially with Han leaving, and it was like, oh, there's this gangster, and he's gonna go and see him. One thing that I thought was a little strange, and I actually like wrote it in my notes because I don't know if I'm the only one that like thought this. Because I don't think you thought anything of it. But after the whole thing with the train and that situation, I thought it was weird. Like when Beckett punches Han in the face, Han like falls back. If you hear that punch, it's like he hits him hard. He falls back. Han literally has nothing on his face. No marks, no nothing. And it's almost like when he falls, he just kind of like looks shocked, and then he just like shakes it off. But like, you were punched really hard, and he had nothing, no marks on his face. I don't know. That just like like random thoughts going through my head as I'm watching that. I'm like,
why doesn't he have a mark?
Why was that done like that?
I didn't notice that.
Maybe that was just me.
I thought the whole train sequence though, it was filmed really good. Like I really enjoyed.
That was an exciting scene.
It was a really cool scene. I really liked having Ron Howard direct this film because there was so many awesome shots throughout the movie. Like I love the shot when it like circles around the like the thing that, I don't know, it's in the trailer actually. I really enjoyed that shot, and just the formatting of the camera was really good. And I like the shot when we meet Lando and how it kind of like goes around Lando's table at first, and then Han like stands there and you kind of see like his shadow, and it's like a really good shot of Lando. Like the camera work was really really good. I really enjoyed the directing of it, and the screenplay was good too. Like there was a lot of really funny lines, and I like the banter between Lando and Han. Like when he sits down, he's like, oh, you know, quit while you're ahead, quit while you're behind. Like it was funny like that. And
he's like, I hate you.
Yeah, like there was such fun lines between those two.
I love when Han lands the Millennium Falcon and Lando's just staring at it because like Han like wrecked it, and he's just like staring at it, and it was just like a funny scene. Like that scene was funny.
Yeah,
and Lando just like walks off and he's like, I never want to see you again. It's like, never? And it's kind of like,
yeah, it was good.
It was like a good scene.
They also kind of foreshadowed a little bit of, you know, Han being a part of the rebellion when they said to him, those people that came back from the beginning at the end of the movie, they were like, oh, you know, the rebellion and all that stuff, and Han's just like, you know, like, no, I'm not doing that, and like, you know, you might change your mind someday. Like, I thought that was good. You know what I said to myself? I'm like, it would have been really fun if they, like, it wouldn't have fit into the plot at all, but I just think it would have been like a bone for all of like the people who like love the original trilogies and Han and Leia. Like it would have been funny if they said something about like just a comment about like the Princess of Alderaan and it being like Leia or something, and then he's just like, he just kind of like blows it off or something.
Could have been like, what princess?
Like I don't know. Like, just a little tease of that would have been good. But
I was surprised that Darth Vader's name never got mentioned.
It didn't. No. Instead they brought in Darth Maul, which was, I thought that ending was going to be Palpatine. And you know, originally when you hear that the villain, he's like, you know, like he's working for somebody, we're like, oh my god, who is he working for? And we're like waiting throughout the movie because you know it's going to be revealed, like who is the actual villain. Because I didn't think that he was scary at all, and I think that I mean, he was cool, but he wasn't like Star Wars villain, you know, like he it's actually mentioned in the car that at the end it would have been cool to see Chewie and Han fighting him along with Kira, and Beckett takes Chewie with him, and it was like, oh, it would have been exciting to see Chewie.
To see Chewie more involved in that at the end.
Thinking about like the directing of it, there was a scene with the when they go and they're trying to get the shipment stuff, there's a scene when there's like this whole big like fight going on and everything, and I love the shot of Lando and Chewie and Han like fighting together with like the gun. Like, it was just like really cool scene. Like I loved having the two of them fighting together as well. L3 was like Lando's droid, and it was his friend and stuff, and so he dives into the battle, and then I love that Han went after him,
yeah.
and then Chewie decides to like, he's like, I have to save him too, and he says goodbye to the other Wookiee. Like I love that too. Like that was a good scene.
Yeah. Speaking about L3, I don't think she wasn't my favorite.
She didn't
part of
fit
this.
into
it was just kind of like she didn't really.
She just felt like she felt like, okay, it's a Star Wars movie. We need to have a droid.
We need to have a droid. Let's just throw this random female droid in and just call it a night.
I didn't feel
just have her be fighting for all the rights of the female droid.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just felt like strange to me.
There was something.
It didn't feel like a Star Wars droid to me. I don't know.
There was something that was a little off about her. Like I don't know if it was some of her lines. Like she had that really awkward conversation with Kira when she's like talking about how like, oh, I think Lando likes me or something like that. And it was just like, what? Beckett's character was another one that was interesting. Like I liked how he actually betrayed them at the end, because he did kind of drop some hints about like, oh, you know, don't trust anybody and everything, and when he ended up being the one that sold them out, and it wasn't Kira, because it kind of made it you think it was gonna be her, and
I didn't think it was her,
and it was Beckett instead. And so like that was really cool, because I said to Marcel at one point, because he's like, okay, I'm gonna go to Tatooine, I have to go get a crew together, I'm gonna do this, and I look at Marcel, I'm like, are they gonna make a movie with him or something? Like, what is this? And like, no.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, I think he's definitely gonna die.
Well, originally we were like, yeah, well, these new characters are probably gonna die, obviously. You know, like they're not in the original series, they're not mentioned at all. His death scene, I thought it could have been a little sadder. Like that's another moment with him that I didn't feel like he was Han. He wasn't like Han Solo to me when he. I don't know, like his emotion wasn't all there. Like I think it was, I don't know if it was the acting or something, but I just didn't feel like that, it wasn't that sad of a death for me.
What, Beckett?
Yeah.
No, I don't think, yeah, it wasn't for me either. I said that too. I'm like, I actually looked at you during that scene, and I'm like, the scene feels weird to me.
Yeah, like it just didn't, I didn't feel that connection like I wanted to for that moment. We enjoyed the movie. Like there were so many parts that we really liked, but I think that when it came down to it, we did still have some problems with him. I really enjoyed the music in it, and I like the scene of him flying the Falcon again. Like I really love that moment. I thought that was so cool, and how it was.
I thought all the scenes in the Falcon were great, especially when the scene with the monster.
Yes.
And he's like swerving around the monster, and then it was that scene, and then he had to jump to light speed.
I like the shot of like where you think like, oh my god, it didn't work, and then he like jumped. Like,
yeah, and then it was like he went down, and it was like up, and then they shoot off.
It was good to have that moment of going into light speed. Like I don't know, like it was very nostalgic. I love the end scene of this movie though, having Han and Chewie, their hands like start the ship, and then you see like the dice in it.
Yeah.
It was a really good last shot of it, and you know, the dice was really like significant in the last scene of The Last Jedi, which I kept getting excited. I'm like, oh my god, the dice throughout the movie. So those are basically our thoughts. It definitely set it up for a sequel. I don't know if a sequel is really in the works or what they're planning on doing with it. I feel like it ended ready for a sequel. Like they ended this movie like we're getting another one. I don't know if we're gonna see maybe Darth Maul in the Obi-Wan movie or what's going on with that. Like I don't know. I
mean, they left it open for a sequel though. That was not explained. Her betraying him and going to Darth Maul, that was that literally is set it up for a sequel.
Yeah, because they should have. I wanted a little bit more depth from Kira's character in that way. Like she had this bad life with this guy, and she kills him, which was really cool. Like I love that scene where she thinks that you think, oh my gosh, she's gonna kill Han, and she ended up like killing him. And it's like you knew that was gonna happen, but just to like, it was a cool the line for her too. Like she said, what did she say about like your weakness? Like that was really good.
I mean, it was predictable that
like that
was what she was gonna do, but
yes.
But her turning on him in the end, I feel like
where was the depth? Where was
the build up to that? Like I didn't feel that that struggle within her character of anything. Like it was just it was just random. Like it's the only way to explain it. Like I feel like I should have like understood that more. Like
I wanted more from that. It was a really good scene though. Like the fight scene was really cool. I thought the weapon was awesome. How it was kind of like that, like Sith saber almost, but like in a knife form. Like that was really cool. The weapon of choice was good.
Those are our thoughts. I think that really the main issue that we did have was that at parts we didn't feel that he was all there as Han Solo for us. I think that's really my main thing.
Yeah, it was better than we expected it to be.
Yeah.
But there were certain moments where he wasn't Han Solo. Like, I really
was
miss
pleasantly
Harrison
surprised.
Ford.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was pleasantly surprised, though. I enjoyed it more than I thought I would.
It was good. It wasn't, like, fantastic
It wasn't,
or anything,
like, blown away.
But it was really good. Like, it wasn't as horrible as I was expecting it to be.
Yeah.
But it was good. And, yeah, so we'd love to know some of your thoughts down in the comments below. Let us know what you thought of the movie and what your favorite scenes were and what you think is going to happen. Are we going to a sequel or what? And yeah, let us know if you guys also felt that so off at times with him being Han Solo, or if that was just us, because I don't think it was just us.
And if you enjoyed this review, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more reviews.
You can also follow us on Twitter and Snapchat. We are at City of the Feels.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Bye!